Okay, thank you for tuning in. You are now watching On the Corner Interviews. Real people, real places. My name's Eddie, and I have a special guest today. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
What's up, y'all? I go by Jose Orosco. Some know me as JGod. That's my rapper name. And other than that, let's get into it.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about yourself. Where did you grow up? Where are you from?
Well, initially, I'm born from Sun Valley, SV resident by heart. But I grew up in North Hollywood, right here on Hart and Agnes. This is where we at, Shadowbrook Apartments. My mom actually managed this place in my younger days, so it's a very personal spot for me.
Okay, so do you have any memories from Sun Valley, being that you were there very young?
From Sun Valley, not really. The most that I got from Sun Valley, which is technically still NH, was right there when we lived on Lancashire and Satakoy, right by the 7-Eleven. I got to Sun Valley again in my older days where I was more chaotic, but definitely NH left a stain in me, and Sun Valley is a part of me.
So right here on Hart and Agnes, North Hollywood. Tell me a little bit about that. Like, maybe get into how it was growing up right here.
Well, growing up is crazy, you know. 91605, sorry. But yeah, it was crazy, man. Throughout my youth, right here, I started off as a skater, got into tagging, got into drugs, into addictions after that, and that kind of molded me to be the person that I am today.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me a little bit about being young and like you say, the tagging, the drugs, the addiction in general. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I used to tag on these apartments.
Yeah.
In my mom's own apartments, and she didn't know what.
Oh, give a second. Airplane passing by. Sorry about that.
She didn't know it was me, so she would really get pissed off because she would have to get the graffiti removed. But I feel like graffiti was a big part of me coming into the hip-hop community, becoming an artist. I would see a lot of that in fucking like videos and shit, and interviews that I would see back then on the internet. It was DSL, so it was kind of scratchy and shit, but you know, it inspired me to be the person that I am today, which comes with Shadowbrooks, because when I was molding myself as a person, I guess, we had LimeWire, and I would download everything on fucking LimeWire, and it really molded me to be the person that I am today.
So music was a big part. So tell me about the music you were listening to as a child.
Oh man, I remember one of my first downloads was Young Dro. What was
Young
that?
Dro?
Yeah.
South?
Yeah, from the South, right? Young Dro. It was a really popular song back in the day. Fudge, man. I can't remember the fucking name of the song. But it was Young Dro, one of those, you know, southern songs that were coming out at that time. And then I was listening to a lot of Snoop Dogg, of course. I was really into Snoop Dogg, being from the West Coast, you know, being from, not Long Beach, but being from that central LA area, you know, like it's not different from Long Beach being in South Central or being in the Valley. People look at the Valley as a little bit bougie because we have a little bit of attitude and we act like we're the shit.
Oh, sorry about that. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
So that's kind of like the energy we bring, and we really judge on that shit. But you know, being from the Valley, it wasn't different from South Central. I saw a lot of shooting. I saw a lot of people get down. I saw drug transactions. Fuck, I saw my stepdad get down right here with rival gang members, beat their asses, left them laying in the fucking grass. Really nice, you know? So I saw a lot of activity, you know, and I got to be a part of that activity, you know? It's some people it breaks them, some people it makes them. And I'm glad to say it was my point where it molded me as a person.
What's your opinion on gang activity?
I'm not gonna lie. I have a lot of friends who are in gang activities that I used to kick it with, that I was associated very close with. I'm not a gangster myself, I don't rep no hood, but I got to see that up front because I always backed up my homies. It wasn't the best of decisions, but that's what I did. And the gang activities, I understand why it happens. It's a family, it's a home that you go to. It's people that you can almost trust with your life. So I get that. It's not the best choice, but I get where people are coming from. A lot of people want to look for acceptance, make sure they're protected, make sure they're loved, make sure where they're at, it's home. That's the best part of life, peace, homie. So when I see that and I see a gang member, I don't judge him because he's fucking banging, selling drugs, shooting guns. You know, I judge him on who he is as a person. Because even those type of people can be very giving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what can you say would be a negative effect on a young child with gang activity?
There's many negative effects. For example, me, I got into addiction very bad. It's hard for me to talk about it, but it was really hard for me to come out of because of the life I was living or the life I was seeing. My mom wasn't a bad mom. The best mom that I could have ever fucking had was my mom. Strong woman. Never let shit take her down. Just kept going forward. And you know what I'm saying? But she was working 2 jobs, so she was never at home, so who was my law? I never had my dad. Who the fuck was my law? You know what I'm saying?
The neighborhood.
My neighborhood. They taught me the ropes. They told me, hey, little homie, this is how you act. Hey, little homie, you never back down. Hey, little homie, you want to make money? This is what they taught me. But you see, I took that concept and I try to come up out of that. Because fuck no, I don't want to see my kids going through that. I have 3 that I love with all my heart, that they're the meaning to life. Do I want to give them that? No. I want them to have edge and be smart, but no, I don't want them to go through that. I already went through that. That's why I went through that, so they wouldn't have to. You know what I'm saying?
So, what do you think about regret? Do you think you should regret some stuff, or do you think you shouldn't regret?
I regret.
No matter how bad the decision was.
Yeah, I regret a lot of shit. Even good shit that I've done.
Really?
Yeah, hell yeah. Good shit that I've done when I try to be good to people that probably don't deserve it. But I try to give them that second chance. Because, man, I could name many times where God has given me a second chance. Whether you believe in God, life, higher power, whatever the fuck you want to call it. That's giving me a second chance. And I take that second chance very seriously.
Okay. So, you said you had OGs. I guess you could say that maybe you didn't have your dad, mother that was working a lot, but you had OGs, older homies that kind of gave you pointers and guidance and stuff like that. I guess now you could say today's generation, they don't have that. So how important is an OG and people that are outside of your house to help guide you?
I still listen to the OGs, whether they're gang affiliated or not. Yeah, you gotta listen to the older heads in your life. 1, they seen the shit you're going through. 2, they have a better understanding of the shit you're going through.
Sorry about that. The whole point of On the Corner interviews is real people, real places.
Exactly.
This is the apartments.
Yeah, these people don't even know me. They're like, who the fuck is this on our...
But yet they know there's so much history here.
Yeah, they can understand what's going on.
Growing up here.
Yeah, they can understand what's going on. They're not like, hey, what are you guys doing here? You know? They're just going by.
So how influential were your OGs not gang affiliated? What did you learn outside of that type of lifestyle,
not
quote unquote?
Gang affiliated?
Yeah.
Really good stuff, man. Besides patience, I think one of the main things that people don't have is patience, and they get frustrated. And what frustration does is rush you into a decision that you're not ready to take. That's what happens. But from the OGs that weren't gang affiliated, I want to say I learned patience. I want to say that I learned how to just to accept the fact that I'm wrong. Because with the OGs that are gangbanging, that they don't accept is that they're wrong. Man, fuck it. I'm gonna do this because it's me and I need to take care of me. But sometimes when you do you affect the people around you, and that's not their fault. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So sometimes you gotta accept the fact that, yeah, I did me, I took care of me, but I fucked up so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so along the way. So you gotta take that into consideration and be like,
Yeah, sorry. 1 second. Let the airplane pass, man. Sorry about that.
yeah, you gotta, pass it, bitch. Nah, you gotta take that into consideration and just be like, all right, what am I missing here? Obviously, it's not coming out right. There's a lot of things happening to me. Going through a lot of stress and whatever. So I'm not capturing something. So when you sit back and realize I was wrong for that, that's when you start changing and you develop yourself as a person. But not necessarily as a smart, I'm successful person, just as a person yourself. Hey, I need to be more competent of what the fuck I'm doing. That way I don't slip and I don't make mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So how old are you?
28.
28. Tell me something you learned in the past 28 years. Something that you learned, but something also that you think you could help with 28 years of experience.
But he was amazing.
Hold on, give me 1 second. Sorry about
Right
that.
away, and he was following all the instructions. He was even like playing with the little kids.
There's some real interviews, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Interruptions and how you guys doing?
28 years of life. That's a little over a quarter of a century. A lot you can go through. A lot you can't go through too. Still have more to live.
Agreed. I do, shit. 28 years, what I've seen is that I'm not old shit. A lot of people, they get their feelings touched because they think that, hey, I deserve respect from that person, I deserve this, I deserve that. We're not old shit in this life. We all come into this life the same way, with nothing, and we leave the same way, with nothing. Maybe a nice little outfit for the casket, but that's about it, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, dog, you're not owed nothing. Don't feel that you're special. Everything that you get in life is a blessing and something that you worked hard for. Appreciate that shit. Appreciate the work, appreciate the struggle, and appreciate the success. Everything should be appreciated. So in my 28 years, I want to say I appreciate the fact that I'm 28 years old and I still breathe and I could be a father to my fucking kids.
Okay, so tell me a little bit of something about fatherhood. The negative, the positive, all around.
The negatives, you're gonna be broke. Fuck it.
Yeah.
You're gonna be broke, homie. If you love your kids, you're gonna be broke, homie. You know, it's about 14,000 to raise the average kid a year. 14,000, homie.
Damn.
So if you're not even kicking in 30,000, homie, they're taking a shitload of money from you. You understand me? So it's hard financially. So definitely being a father, I would say, career-wise, be stable, financially be stable, and try to be self-disciplined and mentally stable is what I would say. The up parts to fatherhood, goddamn, so fucking many, dude. You get taught life lessons. You get taught patience. You get taught true love. I don't know what y'all fucking young kids be fucking with, but true love, that shit comes from your kids only, homie. So true love. You get taught responsibility. You get taught a lot of shit, dude, to be honest. There's a lot of upsides to fatherhood, you know, and some people are just not ready for the responsibility, so they don't know how to react, you know. And thank God I had my mother, who was fucking tough as shit, fucking tough as steel, homie, titanium, that she wasn't fucking around with that shit. She's like, I'm not gonna let you do to your kids what the fuck your dad did to you. And Mom, I appreciate that shit from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate that shit. No matter what we went through, I appreciate that shit.
Okay, so how do you feel about judgment? How do you feel about being judged or maybe judging somebody? Do you think it's necessary, or do you think people should leave that alone?
Commercial break. I need to take this.
All right, part 2 coming soon.